So welcome, lovely souls. I'd love to be able to talk to you and share with you about the winter solstice, which is embodying and connecting to your sacred roots and your inner light. So what is this? Let me explain. So it's a women empowerment retreat where you have 4 hours of sacred rest, of being able to really connect into your body through the medium that is yin yoga, and then also through somatic body work that I will hold. And this is about feeling safe in your body. Everything comes from a place of inner safety, to be able to finally move through the layers of fear, to heal the unconscious body, the subconscious mind that is a built-in survival. And we want to integrate thriving. We want to shift and move our whole system, our neural system, our body, our bones, our blood, to be into what we actually desire, what we actually want, and to be in true alignment to who we are as a soul. And this work gets you to come safely into your body through breath work, like I say, through the yoga, to soften, to know that you're safe, to know that you're held. And then we do this deeper work that enables you to be free in your body, that gives you that freedom, that liberation to become aware of your mind that holds you back and these belief systems, but not to give them the energy or the momentum, to actually just become curious and observer of self. This is the love to heal. This foundation that I have created is about understanding yourselves on a deeper level, to listen, to observe, and to use the power of visualization with the higher energies of emotions of unconditional love through our heart to empower, to create the neuroplasticity of what we actually desire. So we are letting go of all these old patterns and belief systems that we may not even be aware of. They're just there in our subconscious mind and unconscious body, playing out for 98% of our thoughts and daily actions. So this is about, as we move through the cycles of Earth, honoring the levels and the connection to Earth, the connection to our hearts, connection to our body, connection to our womb, and then deeper still to the connection to Earth, and to really remember the wisdom that comes through this connection. Women are the gatekeepers of life. We were the body clocks, our cycles, our menstrual cycles, all of this was celebrated and worshipped to a degree because we were the beholders of life. And women, we've forgotten this. Our patriarchal systems have suppressed this and oppressed it, and we are now, as the feminine is rising, is about breaking free from these old restrictive patterns and beliefs to become into the wise woman. So we see the maiden, the mother. Well, there's also a third stage of being a woman, which is the wise woman, which has been called the crone. And as good old patriarchal system does, it makes that out to be the Wicked Witch of the West, and has been shamed, proven as evil, and or even not even said that there's this next stage, this third stage that is the embodiment of everything. And actually, menopause and perimenopause is that moment in our lives as women that we're shifting into the wise woman. And our body is showing us when we're not in alignment to this, where we're the peacekeeper, sacrificing our inner peace, where we're the empath and taking on too much responsibility. We become the clapped out Cinderella because we're doing too much, because we don't see the value of rest and only the productivity, how productive we are. We want to be still because we feel guilty. There isn't the acceptance of peace as stillness, which is the feminine energy. And so we're heavily in our masculine energy, pushing ourselves to the point where we become exhausted and the body cannot regulate that, and it's not meant to. So this is about creating a life where we are in alignment to our body, into our desires, and to who we are truly here to be. And this is what perimenopause or menopause is really known as, stepping into your wise woman, the second spring, as it's known in Eastern culture. So I bring this essence into all of my work. And this will be coming through. So for the winter solstice, this is really like the midwinter. So we're really in the darkest moments, okay? And actually not to fear the dark, the void. And what I'm seeing is the womb as the void. She is the potential of all life. She is this waiting for that seed to be planted, to be able to grow. And so this is about creating our bodies to not be in fear and to welcome the darkness, to welcome the quiet and the stillness, and to restore our bodies, to allow us to let go of all these patterns that take us out of alignment and our power and our energy. And so we can fully start to step in as we come into the spring equinox. We have sown those seeds that are actually what we wish to create, not all the seeds of exhaustion of where we don't want to be. So this is about really deeply connecting to what is sacred to us, sacred to our body, sacred to our roots, it is to our womb and into the earth, and to really allow ourselves to hold space, to allow our desires to come forward. It doesn't have to happen straight away. This is more about bringing the environment and the body to be able to move through into the next stage. And we go through these in cycles. We'll be going through these. If you're still having your bleed, you'll have that a winter stage, which is actually when you're in your bleed. So we have this opportunity to connect into these cycles, in these key points of ourselves, to keep ourselves in balance, in harmony, and in health. So as much as we are in the winter solstice, from the yearly aspect, we can access this, like I say, through our periods and through our menstruation. So these workshops are sacred. They are like the forgotten wisdom that we would have had and what we still carry in our body. It's still there, the gifts, the wisdom, yet we've forgotten it. We've become so drowned out to the noise that is the patriarchal, which is the busyness and the conditioning. And it's about remembering in our own grace that's sitting already within us. And I call it the severe light, the rose lineage that is born from earth. And it's about us coming back to that original blueprint that is our health. And all stress and disease is a distortion from that. So it's very deeply healing. And what I have noticed from doing my Daughters with Golden Rose lineage container for 12 weeks now, which is fully accessible if you choose to do that as well, but it's shown me how to find inner safety. Not just think it, feel it, and truly embody it, and how my neural system, as soon as it knows that it's safe, things are shifting. This is a huge game changer for me, especially if you've experienced trauma in your life. Yet we also hold trauma from our generational trauma, from our feminine lineage, from our mothers, and from their mothers and our grandmothers, to whenever that trauma began. I see that in our body. I see it as it's in the mitochondria, which is what we inherit from our parents, from our mother. And so this is really intrinsic to our menstrual health, our womb health. And this is about honoring all of that has been, and using the power that we are, that is alchemy of self-worth, which is what I have called it before as pussy power. It's that fire, that alchemy of self that awakens one's self-worth to say no more, no longer. But it's not staying in that fire, it's using that fire as an alchemy to find our inner gold. And our inner gold is that wisdom, that insight, that emotional intelligence that we hold. So all that has been experienced, we alchemize it to a deep inner wisdom, never for us as humanity to fall back into again, for us as ourselves individually, for our children, and the generations to follow. This is the shift that we are doing as women, but we do it for ourselves first, always, because the essence of choosing you first is what you're bringing for everybody else in terms of recognizing their self-worth. You can't do it for you to try and help somebody else. You have to do it for you first. And it's getting underneath those layers that stop you from receiving this. and the worth, all these old patterns that are not our truth. So this is an embodiment of all of that in 4 sacred hours where you are held, where you have connection with other women, where we can use oracle cards if we choose to. We can use some fire to help burn things, to release things. And then it's into using, like I say, the visualization, bringing in some cacao, bringing some beautiful herbal tea to help this process for our bodies to let go with ease and grace. So we can always feel safe into our bodies. Okay, so I'd love for you to join me. And if this resonates with you, there'll be 9 spaces. I'm keeping it to 9 to ensure that the healing is there. Because when I bring in my Reiki practice as well, hands-on healing, it's about really holding the space. So it really makes it very sacred for those that step into this. So you will see all the information linked to this video, and I really look forward to those wise women that step into this and step into themselves and choose that. So thank you for listening.